Hello. Right, bit of live listing today. So yeah, let's get cracking. We are listing today some stuff which will be out in a YouTube video soon. So, some which I've already released in a YouTube short, and some which will be another one probably coming out today or tomorrow. I'm a bit sort of obsessed with the YouTube shorts and stuff. So let me just double check the sound is working, because I've got a reputation for it not working. Yep, we're good. Right, so yeah, I'm going to be listing some of these tour programs which you may or may not have seen in a YouTube short, and then I've got some of these to list as well, which is some Porsche price guides and stuff, and some other bits and bobs. So I haven't been live for a bit, so I thought I might as well go live and see if anyone's around for a chinwag. Probably just till about lunchtime, something like that. So I'm drinking Pepsi ice cream soda today. So yeah, a bit of a strange one, but I've just spilt it all over myself. So that's a good start. Kind of tastes like Dr. Pepper, really. Right, so first we're going to list some of this Porsche stuff. And clean up this spilt Coke. So yeah, they're just some price books. So I'm going to list these ones together because these are all 911 ones, and then we've got. Well, I'll research them and see. Porsche box, the new 911 price. Oops, price list. I don't know when this is from. Copyright 2013, so it's got a bit of age to it. Let's see how much stuff is. Ooh. You can see there some of the additional features you can have and the costs there. So I'm sure someone will be interested in it. I've looked briefly at some comps, and then you've got the Megane. So I'm assuming it's just like, yeah, it's like trying to sell you on it. These all came out of a bin. These are a dumpster diving fine, but you can see they were a little bit damp, so they're a little bit creased. So I could sell it as a bundle, but I think I'm going to try it. Well, let's have a look. Let's see. We'll start off. So just while people are filtering in, let's have a quick look. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Hey, Lex, have you done the washing? Yeah, it's on at the moment. Good day for it. I've got some clothing to list as well, but I'm putting it off. I need to do it on Vinted. It's just behind the camera over there. Can't be doing with listing clothing, even though it was free. Porsche Boxster. Personalization. Let's see what comes up. These are coffee mugs. Okay, accessory brochure, £10. Okay, it's sold. This one is sold for £10, 10p with £2.79 postage. So that's pretty good. It's a bit. So they've described it as a Porsche Boxster exclusive personalization accessories brochure, 2013. That sounds about right. Oh, it's a different cover art. This one was from 2007. Interesting. Can't find the same one. I'm gonna have to do a sell sim. Let's try 2007. See if anything comes up. Hello, everyone who's just joined. Right. Okay, we've got one exactly this. What the fuck? Porsche, bloody hell. Porsche Boxer exclusive personalization 2007 to 2008 UK market sales brochure sold for £47.84. Wow, that is crazy for that. I mean, it is a bit. Well, that was a good find, wasn't it? Not put for free. Flipping heck. That's crazy. Huh. So let's have a look. Just double check. Yeah, no other comps other than that. There's one from the American one, which is the price list, which is listed for £85.72, and another one in America for £78.74. Wow, that is crazy. Well, let's get it listed. That's the only thing to do. I can certainly list it cheaper than that. I'm not normally one for undercutting, but you know. Right, let's tweak so similar. We could add the word ultimate. Ultimate. And then put. Yeah, that'll do. ISBN not applicable. Don't think it's got an ISBN. It wouldn't be the kind of thing that would have an ISBN. No. Let's see what they've put as the description. Original UK market hardcover colour sales brochure illustrating and describing the Porsche exclusive personalisation program for Porsche Boxster models. Right, copy. So I'm gonna. What I've been doing lately is I've been copying people's description and then just rewording it. And what you can do sometimes is you can basically go into ChatGPT and just say, "Can you reword this?" I know it's a bit cheeky, but yeah. So it's reworded it to original UK market hardcover sales brochure showcasing the Porsche exclusive personalization program for Boxster models, publication number. Cool. So then I'll just copy and paste that into, because I think that's a fair assessment. I'll probably just have to describe the condition a bit differently because this is not great condition. So in good overall condition with a slight curve to the cover, and this has been reflected in its price. That'll do. Copy that. Used. So if it's up for, what's it up for? 48. We'll go for $39.99. We'll chance it. It'll be a Christmas miracle if it sells for that. Can you hear me okay, by the way? Right. Oops, what got pressed on? There we go. So what's everyone up to today? I haven't listed on eBay for about 3 days, so it's about time that I did. So postage, it is going to be about 300 grams. 27 by 25 by 2. Change service. Why it always defaults to track 48. Global shipping on. I'm doing a video about global shipping later today, so if I can get it edited, it'll be either out later today or tomorrow morning. I've just got to do the thumbnail for it. Save for later. Brilliant. That's one draft done, so that's pretty good. When's this one then? Let's have a look what date this one is. I mean, I can't imagine there's many people looking for a Porsche Macan one. I can understand the 911 and the Boxster and stuff, but 2015. So this is a newer one. Still 10 years ago. God, it's like 2015 seemed like 4 years ago. 2019 was last year. That's what it feels like. Oh dear. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so Porsche Macan 2015. Try that. Can't find any. Get rid of the 2015. See if that helps. Problem with putting personalized is you get loads of people doing mugs. See this one, yeah. See this one here. Someone's got one listed for $9.96 plus £4 postage. See, in my head, I was thinking a tenner each. That's kind of where I was thinking. Have any sold? No. Okay, one sold on auction for $8.76 plus £3 postage. Another on auction sold for a tenner. Another on auction sold for £8.50, £9.42. So yeah, I reckon I'll just go for a tenner, and maybe even free postage. You know, let's do it. One sold for £4.78. That's not good. Is that the same? Slightly differently, but this is what I don't get. So someone sold it for a fiver, and they charge £4.20 for second class sign for. Like, why would you send that sign for? There's just like no point at all. People are mad. Let's copy that. Yeah, it seems around about £10. That seems the kind of a going rate. At least there's comps on this one, which is a good sign. Okay. Hey, Secret Carper, how's it going, mate? What are you up to today? Yeah, let's get that listed. Similar. That'll do. We'll do a tenner. Very good. ISBN not applicable. Used. If this one got a curve to it. Yeah. I probably should copy and paste the description of the other one. That would have been a smart move. Listings, drafts. Resume draft. Hey Ron, how's it going, man? Just out in the glorious sunshine. Yeah, I should be outside to be honest, but my psoriasis is better with sun on it, so I should really get outside, but that'll be later. I've done all my posts today already, so I just need to. Well, I say I've done it. I need to drop it off, but yeah, I'll go $9.99. Weighs about 300 grams. 27 by 25 by 2. I always put for DVD kind of size, I put 27 by 25 by 2, just because that's the size of the mailer that I use. I'm so rusty on listing. Yeah, free postage, because the postage will be like £1.90 on that. No, it won't, because that'll be up to £2.50. Don't know. I probably should put postage on that, to be honest. Yeah, stuff it will put postage on it. I can always tweak it after the fact. Right, description, condition notes, done. I didn't check the model number on the inside. Oh, that other one. There we go. That'll do. For $9.99, that description will do. Right. Save for draft. That'll do. Right. Now I need to have a look whether these 911 ones are worth bundling or so. I mean, in my mind, I'm going to bundle them, but you never know. They might do better on their own. I'm not sure. Let's see. So, is that another ultimate one? Yeah. So that's the same ultimate one, but this one is proper wonky. Yeah, that's a bit dodgy, that is. I mean, it did come out of a bin, so, you know, at the end of the day, it's pretty good. I've got some really good dumpster diving videos coming up. Well, I think they're good anyway. They're probably a bit boring, but some good finds anyway. You absolutely shocking ones. I've been trying to sort of tease them with some of the shorts, but yeah. I don't think I've got any of it here, but yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't need to dumpster dive. I've got enough stuff, but there we go. Okay, so exclusive 911. Right. When was this dated? Oh, this one hums a bit. (2009). Right, let's have a look at this. 2009. Okay. That's not cool. £93. Are you having a laugh? £93. Bloody hell. I think someone's a little bit off on that one. None that are similar. I've tried. Oh, no. No active results matching the same. That's why. Let's look at comp. So somebody sold. What? Somebody sold. Fucking hell. Excuse my language. Somebody sold this one back in October the 17th. Sold this very one for £94 and 18p. Surely not. Surely not. No, surely not. £94, 18p with free postage. I wish you could look at the actual listing back there now. I wonder if I type it into Google. Anybody know a workaround for that? You know when it's past that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've sold it. That's what I mean. Secret Carper. £94 for a little book like that does seem mental. But I've sold military history books for. I think the highest I've sold for is two. I sold one for £250 for a book. It was or was it 300? It was either 250 or 300 for a military history book. I can't charge £94 for this. It came out of a bin, and it's bloody stinks. You know that kind of really like grandpa smell, if that makes sense. Not like I go around sniffing grandpas, but you know what I'm saying? That kind of sweet, sort of musty smell. I can't charge £94, but the page is slightly stuck together. Well, that's am I moaning about it? It is cool though about sales, but it is cool. Like a fold out business. Sorry about that. I'll just turn it off. Wow. I was going to sell those as a bundle for like 10-15 quid. Bloody hell. Okay. Shit. Sorry, potty mouth today. Typed it into Google. It comes up as a Google result, and then you click on it. It says we've looked everywhere, but this page is missing. eBay. So on a different website called PickClick, which I've never heard of, someone's got one for sale on like an auction for $34.99. Wow. I am stunned. A-Books. No, that's not right. Surely not. Apparently, that seems to be the bloody hell. Hey, Chris, how's it going, mate? Sat in the garden having a coffee. Oh, nice. I've just had a cup of tea myself. Well, there you go. If you ever see any Porsche personalization ones, it just shows you. I mean, the difference between that and that. Obviously, it's the iconic car, one of the iconic cars by Porsche, but I can't price it at £94. I think that's going to be a return if I do. I think. I mean, I will price it up there, but 70. It just doesn't seem right. I mean, I sell books for a living, but that seems like. But if you've got one of these cars, unless you've got it through ill-gotten gains, that's not going to be that much to you, surely. I don't know. Correct me. Let me know. I don't know. I drive a car that the driver's side window doesn't come down. The oil light always comes on. I'm always blowing the. That sounded wrong. I'm always blowing the lights on the like the brake lights and stuff. So I wouldn't have a clue. It's a tack wagon that I can fit loads of junk in the back. It's currently full of shoes. There's about 500 pairs of trainers in the back of my car at the moment. Not 500. There's about 40 pairs of trainers in the back of my car at the moment, which I got out of a delinquent storage unit like nearly a month ago. So, yeah, I wouldn't know too much about what it's like to own a Porsche. Despite the misconceptions about people who do YouTube. Well, let's list it at that. That's fucking crazy. Sorry, potty mouth again. Yeah. Wow. So there's someone who's got a similar one listed. It's not the same. It's I think it's the one after, and that's the whole business is brochures. Actually, that's interesting, and they've got it listed for £94. Bloody hell! I'm gonna have to take good pictures of this and mention that it's got a musty, dusty smell. Right. I'm gonna have to put the model number thing on the side, aren't I? WSL. Oops. Yeah, well, there you go. It's 2009, sorry, 2009, that's it. I put 2008. Vauxhall Zafira. Balling, mate. I've got Citroen Berlingo. And the back seats have been in my storage unit for years now. With the parcel shelf, just because I could just fit so much tat in the back of it. Right, ISBN number not applicable. Condition used. Okay. So, how are we going to describe this? Smells like shit. God, sorry about the swearing. In okay overall condition with a curve to the covers and a dusty / musty smell. Oh dear. I wish a new way of getting rid of that. I mean, I'm going to put it in the sun today to see if I can get some of that, because that is a good way of getting rid of it. When the sun decides to rotate round to near us, and yeah, that should help. Right. Yeah, it does seem like pretty sought after. Original EK Market hardback colour sales brochure, illustrating describing the Porsche. Publication number. WSL 916. I hope this is interesting anyway. It's just me rambling, but if you got any questions, just pop them in. I've got some long form videos coming up. Promise. It's just easier for me to, bash out some shorts. That sounded wrong. There we go. Brill. Let's copy. You plonker. I'm going to go for $79.99 because I can't charge £94 for that. It would just seem really just like I'm going to get a return. Oh, odor is better than smell. Smells like sweaty socks. Any update? Oh yeah, the car break-in. Well, I probably should do a video about that, but essentially, the police are too busy tracking down people who are saying hurty words on the internet, so they didn't give a shit. They didn't even turn up. Um, they, even though we got CCTV camera footage of the guy, well, blurry on our part, but we got some cracking footage from a neighbour. We knew from the local people in the local area, we got a name, an address, his girlfriend's name, details about his son, that he paid money into the post office the day after. All this, police didn't want to know. They just didn't care. They didn't even turn up. I got stuff with visible fingerprints on, and they just didn't turn up at all. They rang me up, and I got two phone calls from like I can't remember what it's called, but it's like victim support services. They were lovely. I mean, I don't need counselling about it. It pissed me off, but I don't need counselling about it. But so yeah, it cost me £150 metal detector, and then about £300 to get my lock sorted. So yeah, that was fun. Didn't claim on the insurance. To be honest, I needed to get the lock sorted anyway because the passenger side didn't. I couldn't lock it from the passenger side anyway because the lock was all seized inside. So I got replacement locks. So now I've got two keys for my car, one for the doors and one for the ignition, which is a pain. But yeah, so that's the basic update. Nothing on the metal detecting front. It probably ended up down at the car boot sale because I put word out on all the metal detecting forums, so it was well known that it was sort of, it had been stolen. My wife's cousin came in clutch, and he got a spare metal detector that he wasn't using, and he posted that to us. I didn't know this; it just turned up, and we were able to give that to my son for his birthday. So I'm still angry about it. I'm still pissed off, but I'm more annoyed at the police. They basically said that the CCTV footage of somebody else in the neighborhood who also got kids' stuff and a bike stolen out of their car at the same time couldn't be linked to me directly because, um, you know, whatever that phrase is, causality doesn't equal whatever it's called. So they couldn't say it was the same person for definite. But even though I'd done most of the legwork for them, and the piss take was that the police officer who's assigned to the case, 1 or 2 days, I think it was the day after, they went on holiday for 10 days. So any kind of evidence or anything like that was gone. So yeah, it was an absolute fucking joke. So I've upped my security now. I've got more cameras, which any problems, I've got obviously new locks, and I've got like a wheel lock on my car and the stuff that I keep in my car. I mean, like I said, I've got trainers in there now, but I think was the metal detector wasn't even visible. It was under a blanket, so I think he was just trying cars. So yeah, but he stole from a fair few people. Like the guy who got CCTV down the road, he hadn't locked his car, so obviously that was the easy target. But he stole stuff and then came back later and stole some more stuff out of the car. Stole two bikes, I think. Crazy. And I know who he is. I know his name. He's not on Facebook, but his missus is. I know. I don't know exactly where he lives, but I know roughly where he lives. Yeah, crazy. But they won't do anything. Mad. But that's the unfortunate nature of the UK at the moment. The police are busy with lots of things, so their time is limited, shall we say. But I won't rant about it any more than that because otherwise I will get in trouble. So yeah. Just annoying though. So it's like the first time I've had my car broken into. I've had my storage unit broken into before. And it was filled full of that much crap. And to this day, I don't know if they took anything because I've no idea. They broke the locks, but they broke all the locks on all the neighbouring units. So I think they probably just looked in and went, yeah, I won't bother with that. So, don't know. Not sure. It sucks though. It's just sad. Right. It's just a shame, really, because that detector was my first proper metal detector, and I really enjoyed using it. So it's not necessarily the cost; it's more that fond memories of it, and I was going to pass it on to my son to use. But we've got this other one, which is quite a bit more complicated. So we'll see if he can get round his head around that. But I will not rant any more about it because, as I said, I will get in trouble if I don't want on the door. You've been saying things on the internet that you shouldn't, criticizing people. I already get enough issues by putting a video out about lockpicking and warning people about master lock key safes and not to use them. People threatening me, reporting me to the police just because I put a video out. This is some absolute, yeah, absolute melts. Okay, I'm dithering. That seems okay. There we go. But as it turned out, sort of like with the Karma thing, my channel seemed to do a little bit better after that. Not necessarily because of that video, but around that time, I mean, I've been doing this mentorship thing as well, which is helping. That's still ongoing, so hopefully the content has been interesting. But let me know. Right, that's drafted. I'm pissing about here. 80 quid. Bloody hell. Right, let's have a look at this one. So 911 GTS models, all that matters. So this seems more like a kind of nice pictures. It's got more sort of interesting pictures in it and stuff. It's quite funny actually because I found I'm going to do a video about this, but in with this lot, I found what's it called? Record of Achievement, is it? National Record of Achievement. National Record of Achievement. Let's find an image of it so you all know what I'm talking about. One of them. One of the things that was drilled into anyone who grew up in sort of the 80s and 90s. There's one of the most important things that you'll ever need, and that's the gateway to the job of your dreams. And I ain't got a fucking clue where mine is. I don't know where it is at all. It'll be somewhere, probably probably in the loft or something. But I found one of those in the bin, and the guy whose one it was, same age as me, and I looked him up, thinking, oh, it might have been an accident, and he might want his stuff back. Well, it turns out he's ended up being a cowboy builder and driven multiple companies into the ground and scammed loads of people. So yeah, he probably doesn't want his record of achievement back. But if I find an address for him, I might just drop it off. Not to his house, but I might try and get. I don't know. I'm just being daft. But yeah, I was just like, oh, God, someone's probably thrown this in there by mistake. But no. But it's really sad, like you read there's like a statement at the back about future dreams and what he wants to do as a career and engineering and this and that. And you see his grades and you think, oh, God, that person's gone down a different path. Hey ho. But yeah, that was in the bin with these lot. So yeah, early aspirations of wanting a Porsche, which he probably has now from scamming people. So there you go. Right. My ramblings over. I'm not sorry. I'm not actually listing that much. I'm just off on a bit of a rant, so apologies. Let's see what people put in the chat. I didn't change it to Oda. I'll do that later. Yeah, it is sad. Secret Carper. Yeah. Cheers everyone for popping in. It's always good to have a little chin wag. Right. So we are Porsche 911 GTS. Oh wait, get this right. Porsche. It's important I get the GTS models. All that matters. Right. What year? I've already looked 1 year, but I've been off on so much of a tangent, bloody oversharing about random shit. Again, sorry, potty mouth. I'm terrible. It hasn't got a year. Has it got a year? Uh, 2015. There we go. Right. There's non-listed. Maybe get rid of all that matters. Should I put brochure? Brochure. No, I've wrote brioche. What am I doing? Okay. Obviously hungry. Brochure. There we go. Oh, just had a message off Peter Ray saying he's at Chessington World of Adventures. Nice day for him, mate. Right, so there's others listed, brand new for it's similar but not the same one. Is it the same one? No, it's the same one. People brand new or no, they've put brand new mint, 39.87. A used one for 27, 29, 19. Is that slightly different? So yeah, it seems around that 25 to 30 mark. Any solds? One sold for £4. Another one sold for 14. I think that seems more realistic. I'm going to put it on, I think, for 20. Just that seems more realistic. Someone spelled brochure wrong, like me, and put hard backed, the ED. Kind of, yeah. Okay, just because it's got a few issues. It's not this one. It's got again the curve on it. It was a little bit damp. It's not bad that, you know. Cream soda, Pepsi. Just in Asda, it was on offer, so I thought, well, I'll give it a crack. Okay. Sales brush. I'll put the model number in. So WS 1601000225. There we go. Put that in, see if that'll help anyone. Okay. ISBN not applicable. Used. Right. Where's our... Let's give it a sniff. That one's all right. It would be the one that's like 90 odd quid that stinks, wouldn't it? That's just my look at the moment. Right. Yeah, coming up with this seller quite a lot that just sells brochures. That's interesting. I didn't even know that was kind of a market. Yeah, we'll go with 20 quid. I think that sounds about right. Because there's a lot of new ones here, but this certainly isn't. Seven by 25 by 2. Yeah, we'll do free postage. Yeah, that all seems fine. Right, save for later. One more to go, and then we'll move on to these things. How are we doing on time? 46 minutes. So, yeah, we're still good. If you ever hear me say I want to move, shoot me. I probably shouldn't say that on YouTube. Never moving again. This is so stressful. We have boxes everywhere. Nick and Andrew made it look easy. Yeah, they did when they moved to the place right now. Well, are you moving house then, or just moving your business? You're not doing Andrew Nolan and moving to another warehouse. It's his sixth warehouse in as many in as many years. Moving house, gosh, no, fuck that. I am not moving. I have to carry my lifeless lump out of here. I'm not moving, and that will be in no time soon. Hopefully, this video is definitely going to get demonetized. Up near Nick and Andrew, cool. Right, next one, last one, the new 911 price list. What's 911 price list? Where was this from? I probably should bundle that in. 2013, I think this is. Yep. 2013. Okay. What's on the front? Is it yellow one? Anniversary edition. Let's have a look. Is that the same one? No, it's different. Non-identical to this. Let's have a look at sold. Perfect House got an extra large double garage. Nice. Sweet. I've got a garage just over there, single garage, and it's got like a bonded asbestos roof. I need to get someone to take the roof off and redo the roof because it's getting a little bit dicey. I don't store it's full. It's full of bits and cardboard boxes and bubble wrap and all that sort of stuff. But it would be nice to try and store some listed stuff at home, to be honest. So it's got power in there, so it would be cool to have like a new roof and get some shelving and get listed stuff. I mean, I don't really like keeping listed stuff at home, but that might be quite cool. No, don't really get any rodent activity in there. Well, not that I know of. I do go in there sometimes. So I've got like a disc polisher in there and stuff like that, and but there isn't too much cardboard. It's mainly bubble wrap and tools for the house and stuff. But there's like a side door that works, but the front door that opens like that doesn't work. So we'd have to have that replaced. So in a way, actually, we might be better knocking it down and rebuilding it. It's those kind of pebble dashed panels, concrete pebble dash panels. But then it's just the cost of it, really. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, I don't know if these books are. My nose is itchy. It must be the smell of the books, yeah. Okay, we've got one here. Porsche 911, 2013. Okay, sold for £11. Okay, steady. Yeah, yeah, I can see that being around the sort of price. Okay, yeah, we'll go for a tenner plus postage. I think that seems. Yeah, is it it's not Maguire. I always call it Maguire's, but it's not. I don't know how you say it. It's the Ultimate Compound. Anyway, they've got an annoying name for a dyslexic. It's perfect for the JFJ. I use it on mine. I have for over 5 years. Price list. Is it 2000? I thought it was 2015. Am I hallucinating? No, 2013. Price list. Oh yeah, the model number. That's it. LGB 2068. Right. Hey, it's in. There, mate. Tat Doctor. I helped Nick and Andrea to Norfolk. I have moved other friends before, but moving a reseller / hoarder is definitely harder. Like you, I'm never moving again, especially as I sell books. Oh. I literally cannot imagine moving the tat. To be honest with you, I'd have to liquidate it. It would be financially irresponsible to try and move my backlog. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't happen. No chance. I've already got a really bad back, so it would be horrendous. Someone has got one of these listed in much better condition, but for 50 quid. That's crazy. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort out a description. I like people doing. They've got old school descriptions. This is your chance to purchase an original price list. It's like, okay. using different fonts and stuff. That takes me back. That does. I won't be doing that. Okay. Almost there. How many things have we done drafts on? 3. I could have listed 50 things on Amazon by now, but no. Only moved 5 years ago, just before COVID, to a new build. Not making that mistake again. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever live in a new build. Gosh, the walls are paper thin. From people I know who live in them. Right. We're going to go for that price. See how it turns out with that. These will probably take a while to sell, I imagine. Right, save for later. Yes, we have done them all. Gosh, I was going to list that whole bundle for like 20 quid. That's crazy. Right, let's get on to some of these, which were in the YouTube short the other day. So, done all them. Done that. Okay. So, the bootleg Beatles concert tour program. Try that. Okay, got similar one live for $29.89. I think that's a bit much. Okay, one sold for £4, but there was no pictures because it was from 2.5 years ago. Tough one. I'm not going to list it for $29.99. I'm going to go for. See, it's a bit of a risk. I don't know. Thinking about it, listing bootleg Beatles. I know that's their name, but okay. Okay. Happy Fish Books. Let's see what your description says. Wow, their description is. Let me take a picture of this so you can see it. I would do screen share, but I don't know how to do it. But look at this. eBay from 2002. That is wow. Different colors, borders. Jeez, that's a blast from the past. That's like the other one. And then a disclaimer at the bottom in caps. Wow, crazy. Interesting. God, all in capital letters. Their title is all in capitals as well, which I'm pretty sure eBay. Google have said that they won't put on Google if it's capitals. Or is it eBay that says that? I'm not too sure, but I know that doing your title all in capitals is a bit of a no-no these days, apparently. But I could be wrong. The Bootleg Beatles concert tour, paperback. I wish there was a button you could press to turn things from capital letters to not capital letters. How do I change it? Not being red. That's weird. Out there. Fuck. I think it's fair enough if the description is in capitals, potentially. I think I'll go for, because I paid £1 for it, so I think I'll go $14.99 with free postage. Maybe. Don't want to get too greedy on it. Official program. Why have I done it in capitals? I have become what I hate. Official souvenir pro. I can't fit that in. It's going to have to be an official program. Do I need to write paperback? Probably not. Well, it's pretty apparent that it's a paperback. You just look at the pictures. Official souvenir program. I'll just put PB, paperback. I'll do. No, I'm listing on a MacBook Air. Did have a MacBook Pro, but I fried it by plugging the wrong power cable for an external CD drive onto it and fried the computer like an absolute fucking moron. No, I can't be doing PCs, to be honest. I'm an Apple fanboy, unfortunately. Don't hate me for it, but just because, you know, my phones are Apple, so you know, to be honest, I've always liked Apple products, even from back in the 90s. Because of doing a degree and masters in the arts, all the software was Apple. It was so just kind of stayed with it, really. Right, we'll go $14.99. Okay, that's going to be too big, so that's going to have to go small parcel, which is annoying, but it is what it is. That will do. Save for later. Done. Yeah, to be honest, I actually prefer the MacBook Air over the MacBook Pro because the MacBook Pro was so noisy, the fan was. This is more chilled. And because nowadays I'm editing with like CapCut more than I am on actually on the computer, I don't need the MacBook Pro. Although I probably should be using a mouse as the only thing. Right, next one. So I did look this one up before buying it. It's Gene Pitney. 2002 program. I'll try that. No results. Great. Hall of Fame. We'll try that. Hall of Fame. I found this doing a eBay search, like a image search. So we'll leave this one because I'll probably go off the image search. Now I have heard that Shakin' Stevens is very not litigious, but like doesn't like his stuff being resold. So I don't think it's on the Vero. I mean, yeah, we'll list it. But I know him and there's someone else who doesn't like their stuff being sold secondhand, which I think's a dick move, to be fair. Especially when it's something from 1988. Like, settle down a bit, mate. I can understand if it's like a new album that you come out with you're not a fan of, but you settle down a bit. I built a desktop PC instead. Yeah, you see, I used to have dual screens. Really cool because I could have YouTube on one and thing on there because I had the Mac. Oh god, what's it called? Mac Mini in a little cube. But then that gradually became a bit sort of like slow, so I moved over to a laptop, and I don't really need the multiple screens because I'll put YouTube on my phone, so I've got two bloody screens on my desk and I don't use it. All right, we'll finish this one and then we'll call the live stream for the day because I realise I'm whittering on for over an hour now. But thanks everyone for popping in. I do really appreciate it. I'm trying to do a live video at least once a month just to keep up with it. So somebody sold one for a tenner, 11 quid, 25 quid, 6 quid, 9 quid, 6 quid. Okay, let's see what's active. Non-active. That's potentially good because then there's no competition. But I haven't got any that I can do sell similar. Let me look inside actually because I don't know if it's a ticket stub. No. Apparently it was in Bristol. 20 quid. So there you go. Same one. Similar. Oops. What do you call that program? I guess you call it a program. I'm not sure if I can read that out, Ian. But yeah. All I'll say is now then. I was going to write to him as well, you know. I'm glad I didn't. I wrote to Blue Peter, I remember that. And I should do a video about this at some point, but I do actually own a Blue Peter badge. A genuine Blue Peter badge. Not applicable. Sod it. We'll ask 20 quid for it. See what happens. I should really stop saying that phrase, sod it, because apparently it's offensive to some people, but I think it's because it's like East Midlandsy thing, you know. Right. Done. I don't think it's going to need any more of a description than that. I can't even do the AI description on. Oh, I can. Actually, no. Because I've put. Yeah. So the AI reckons delve into the nostalgia of the 1988 Shaky Tour. It's not Shaky Tour. 1988 UK Tour. With its official concert program featuring the iconic Shakin' Stevens, a must-have for enthusiasts and collectors alike. This memorabilia captures the essence of the era and celebrates the legendary performances of the time. Okay, so that'll do. Just add that after. Bit cringe some of the AI stuff is, but it'll do. That weighs about 200. I put it in weigh 200 grams. I wouldn't say. Say we'll put 200 just to cover ourselves. It's definitely not more than 250, but right. Save for later. Done. Now I will list some of the others, but I didn't think this through. That like these obviously are massive. You know, they're like what size of a record, really. So they'll have to go small parcel, which didn't really think about at the time when I bought them for £1 each. But there you go. So if you have any last minute questions, chuck them in the chat. But if not, I will be ending it shortly. So videos that are coming up are I have got a video about GSP. Then I've got a video about trainers. I've got a lot of trainers to list. They came from a storage unit that had been abandoned. I'm just editing that at the moment. Then I've got a jewelry haul, which was from a couple of weeks, well, it was probably about a month and a half ago. And that's when I had a stinking cold. So it's probably going to be, it's not the greatest video in terms of me wittering on because, I mean, I've got a cold at the moment, but I had a right stinking cold. So I'm going to put it out there because I filmed it already and it was going through a jewelry bag. I got some good stuff out of it, but whether it makes an interesting video, I don't know. I'm trying to keep videos more snappy and interesting because I'm aware that I've got quite a monotone voice. So trying to keep it a bit more snappy. I need to edit a video of when I went to Vegas, and that was June last year. So I need to pull my fucking finger out and edit that because I went to like the Goodwill bins. I'll show you some of the stuff I got now. Actually, I got like Funko Pops. You can see there. I went to GameStop. Yeah, some of the casino cards. Got some stuff for the Goodwill bins. Sneak preview of some of the stuff. Clothes, which why the fuck am I buying clothes? But yeah, and so much so that I bought some American candy like these, and these go out of date. Well, they're already out of date. Fucking brilliant. Last month. Yay. So I need to get the video out because the sweets have gone out of date. So I mean, I'll still eat them. I mean, they're mints. I mean, what's going to go wrong with them? Not much. But yeah, got some cool stuff. You know, there's like GameStop receipts. So yeah, need to do that. It's only taken me like 6 months. Honestly, I have got videos that I recorded in like lockdown and stuff, which I still haven't edited. It's bad. I know what you're saying, mate. When's Dickhead of the Week back? I probably should do one about the police, but I'm not going to. I don't want to cause trouble. To be honest, there hasn't been that many. There hasn't been that many Dickhead of the Weeks. To be honest, I can't say I've dealt with many. So I haven't really got content because I'm not really actively out there buying. I say that, but I've got a 50 odd pairs of shoes in my car. I've got a huge pile of clothing over there that came from dumpster diving, which I still don't like using that term dumpster diving. I call it like bin dipping, and there needs to be a solid phrase for the UK because we don't call them dumpsters, do we? But that seems to be the term that search optimization wants. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to call it dumpster diving. But yeah, oh God, the thrift stores, Secret Carper, yeah, they're insane. I mean, it was a lad's holiday. I went on to Vegas. I got the piss ripped out of me for going to the thrift stores. But they were all hungover. I was hungover. I got an Uber to Goodwill Bins, and I was like, "Fuck me, this is amazing!" Like I'd be there every day. I would literally be there every single day if I lived there because it was mint. It was really good. So it just made me like, bloody hell, this is so much easier. I mean, obviously, that was just one instance of going in a city where you wouldn't necessarily think thrift stores would be amazing, but yeah, I mean, I half filled the suitcase. I intentionally went with a part empty suitcase so I could bring some stuff back. And believe me, yeah, I did bring a good amount. I had to wear some of the clothing that I brought back because I brought that much stuff back. But yeah, it was good, and that was just one slight thing, and then I went to the famous Toy Shack, which has appeared on Porn Stars, the TV program. God, this video is definitely going to get demonetized. And I got some stuff from there. So that was cool. Cool seeing that. So yeah, spent some of my winnings on bits and pieces. Bought a load of Thomas the Tank or Thomas the Train stuff. And then when I got back, my son wasn't into Thomas the Train anymore, so that's annoying. But yeah, it was awesome. But to be honest, if I could think of a way of going to America just as a sourcing trip alone, I'd probably do it. Though make an awesome video. I know that was it Rummage Around? It might have been Rummage Around that did a video like that where he went to America anyway and did some sourcing, but I think that'd make an amazing video. I don't know how you do it. I guess you'd have to go to the East Coast because of the flight time. I don't know. That would be amazing, but it was tough. To be honest, a week away from my son was really tough. I mean, he was how old? Yeah, he was 5 at the time. And I was 6 days away from him, and I found it really difficult. Just because the guilt more than anything. I felt guilty that I was away that long. But in terms of doing it with the lads, it was kind of a combined thing for our 40th birthdays, and it was amazing. It was cool, and I'm not a gambler really. I did while I was there, but I've seen how it can ruin people's lives. But I was very strict with myself. A set budget for each day, and I only gambled what I was willing to just throw away. And the plus side is they kept bringing you drinks and stuff, and I do like an odd beer, and I played on the slots, which is the worst ones to play on, and I knew that going in because the odds were rubbish. We did a bit of blackjack as well, which was slightly better, but the odds are that you're going to walk away with nothing on the slots. But because they kept bringing you drinks over where you could tip them, like a couple of dollars a drink, in a way, the money that we spent on the slots is what we probably would have spent at the bar because drinks were horrendously expensive. So it kind of worked out in the end. And do you know what? It was a laugh. A couple of the lads went with, fairly, what I would say is, decent sized wallets. I think around, I can't remember. It was around £2,000 I took. And that was to include food and stuff as well. but they were taking like 5-6 grand with them. So but yeah, I mean, in terms of Vegas, that's nothing. But they were Billy Big Bollocks in that sense in our small world. I mean, I'm the type that I'd put a 10-20 quid into a slot machine if we went to the casino, and that'd be it. I in the UK, I don't want to spend any more than that on a night out. Really, it's a bit of fun, but I certainly wouldn't do any more than that. So to go from that to, yeah, it was just unreal. And because it's a different currency as well, it's like monopoly money, isn't it? It's yeah. But I wish I'd kept my dollars back because the exchange rate's a bit better now. But hey ho. But yeah, I think it's one of those things that I think a lot of resellers do have a gambler's mentality, because you've got to take a chance on stuff, haven't you? You're down the boot sale. Okay, you can look stuff up, but it is a gamble at the end of the day, whether you're going to sell it or not. It's speculation. So yeah, but we did win some stuff. We all. It's funnily enough. I'll talk about this in a video, but we all came back with the same equivalent amount of money, if that makes sense. So we all came back with about £1.5 grand. So some of us went with more, but we all came back with about a similar amount of winnings. So actually, really, I only spent. I mean, this is off the top of my head. I'll have to check my numbers, but I only spent about 500 quid there, and that was all my food, all the drinks. Obviously the hotel and stuff that's separate, but the resort fees were paid for with that. So actually, do you know what? I think I did all right. Really, I came back from Vegas with money, and I bought a load of tat, which is down here. This sort of stuff, and clothing and stuff. Yeah, tat. Yeah, and we did cool shit. We made sure we did some cool stuff. We went to like the Sphere, and we went to like the range, and did all cool stuff like that. So yeah, we tried to do other stuff. It wasn't just degenerate gambling. So yeah, I need to do a video about that. Anyway, I've gone off on a tangent. So thanks everyone who's popped in. It was meant to be about listing, but I've ended up just rambling. But hope you're all doing good, getting the listings out there, and more videos coming soon. I've got those, and I've got another video about dumpster diving. I think I've got about 5 videos coming soon, but there will be loads of shorts anyway and that sort of thing. So hope you're doing okay. Smash that subscribe button if you're watching this back later on, and I'll see you all soon. So thanks everyone for the support. Really appreciate it. I've just hit, well, it's probably gone down now, but no, it's gone down. I've lost 2 subscribers today. So I had hit 8,500, but it's gone down by 2 now. So that's what happens. But smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and hope you're all doing good. And I know eBay sales are crap at the moment. Everyone seems to think, everyone I've seen on the Facebook groups and I've spoken to are struggling at the moment, but just got to power through. The sunny weather ain't going to help. People aren't buying stuff. So hope you all have good sales, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.